So I've been making some pretty simple animations with mechs and stuff, and I wanted to let you know how I use it. This is a mech that I built semi-recently. It's not the best at running. It's not doing too bad. Um, However, it has some pretty good animations to it. And I have a general slashing animation. I have a dagger stabbing animation. The idea is to put some of the energy blades on this because I do want a mech. I'm not gonna make it like every mech of mine have the energy blades from the new update, but I do want one mech to have energy blades, and then I can just like fight other mechs with energy blades, and it'll be an actual fair fight. So I made something small and fairly fast, so that I could like swing them quickly, and that's what this animation kind of is. And I wanted to talk about how I made it. So the first thing I'm going to get down is a seat. We're going to paint this light gray just because. And then I want to get down just some kind of platform. And I'm going to put a couple servos on it. I think I'm going to go for... what should I go for? You know what, I think I'm going to change up my idea a little bit, and instead go for kind of like a wing design. So then I want to go to blocks. I'm going to put this on a stand, so that it's a little bit easier to like handle and deal with. Put those to there. Anchor pins do slightly affect how a build moves and stuff, but for this it's going to be fine. And then we're going to want something to put the wings on, right there and there. And then I'm going to get 2 servos down. I'm going to make this one -1. And then we're going to put down a weight block so that the next servo is strong. Because for some reason servos need to be like weighted beforehand in order to improve their strength. In fact, I should probably make these 2 weight blocks as well. Although, I should make it less weight blocks. I should make it blocks that have a lower weight. I can do that with just a little L shape here. Go to the 30 kilogram. And then we can incorporate weight blocks here if it's needed. But this one shouldn't be, like, the next servo shouldn't be dealing with too much strength. So it'll probably be fine. So I'm going to get these down. Put one over here as well, and then I'm going to add some servos to here and here. And then I'm just going to completely remove all of the controls from them. So this is the base for the wing setup that I want to do. I'm now going to go into Marine, because the sail blocks are really good for making wings. And I'm going to make quite a large wing here, because I want it to be able to fly just really well without a ton of tuning. And I want it to have a lot of lift. And I'm going to duplicate this over here. So what I want to happen is kind of a 4-step sequence. Now, the number of steps is important because it will determine how many logic blocks we need. But I want a basic 4-step sequence. Now this is going to be like a very basic design. It's going to use OR gates, there's not like accumulators or anything, but I wanted to teach you how to do animations very simply. Say I want this to take 2 seconds total. Then I'm going to input 2 into the duration and pause, and then on each one, I'm going to step it up by half. So this one's going to be 0, this one's going to be half of the total originally, this one is going to be the full total originally, and this one's going to be, like, 1 and a half of the total. And if I hit W on that, then what that looks like is 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we hook this up, to here. I want the wings to go up, I want them to fold out so that they can have lift, I want it to go down, and then I want it to fold in so that it's not providing drag on the upswing. So we have up. I need to make one of these negative. I'll find out which one in a second. So up. I want the swing. Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be. We'll go ahead and make this like 80 degrees. And then, to make it go down, we're gonna set these top two to be -1. We're gonna make it go back down. And then we're going to... Well, on a wing design, I don't want it to fold back the other way, because that would cause drag when it's going up, but this one would be just the unpowered. So I'm actually going to delete that one. We're only going to have 3 for this. And then it's going to go... okay, so I need to reverse these. I'm just going to swap them. Up, out, down, back. Now, it was struggling a little bit with the strength, so I'm going to delete those. This is going to make the whole thing heavier, meaning that I will need more lift. However, I don't think that's going to be too bad of a thing. And I'm going to want to stretch these out. And also, sorry about the sick voice, I'm still a little sick, I'll be fine. I'll go over to blocks, weight block, put one of those there and one of those there, and then it should be, yeah, much stronger. And then up, out, down, back in. I want it to go higher on the up, so I'm going to set this all the way up to like 90 degrees. But then when it goes back down, I'm only going to set it to like -0.4, so it doesn't go 90 degrees down. And I also want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put that there. Up, out, down, in. Up, out, down, in. And then I'm going to, now that I know that it's like the correct animation, I'm going to speed it up. All of these can be sped up. And we have up, out, down, in. And then I can speed up the animation. So, say instead of 2, I want this to be 0.5. 0.5. So I want it to take to 0.5 seconds to do, like, one flat. This one is going to be half of the 0.25. Sorry, half of the 0.5, so it's going to be 0.25. And this one's just going to be 0.5, because we're increasing by half the total time per thing, because we have 4 general sequences. One of them doesn't do anything, so I deleted it, but however many steps you have means that it will take less and less time. In general, 4 sequences are pretty good for stuff. And this is fast, but I could make it faster. So we're gonna see if it's fast enough to handle 0.2. 0.2. I am so good at remembering to click on the correct thing. And then this one, it's gonna be half of 0.2, so 0.10. This one's going to be the full 0.2, because we have a 3-step that would be a 4-step, but the 4th step wouldn't have done anything, so I removed it. And then that might work. I'm gonna increase. Actually, I don't think I need to. I'm going to add gyros to this. We can add 2 right there. I don't need it to be too strong, so I'm just gonna use normal ones and not have to worry about the logic ones. Put gyros there. I'm gonna put just a detachable block here. You know what? We don't need this at all. And then it's setting up. and flapping is giving us motion. And that's just kind of like a basic animation we could do. The faster it flies, well, the faster that the wings flap, the more like it will fly, and the better it will fly. But if you have larger wings, you could absolutely do like less. The more drag that the wings have, the higher your lift will be. And I kind of just want to see what happens if I duplicate it. Duplicate this one too. Yeah. Now that we have some more drag, we're definitely getting more lift. It seems to be colliding with itself a little bit, which is not ideal, but we certainly are getting a lot of lift out of it.